Hello, it's Matt, and welcome to episode 28 of Gross Oversimplifications, where I talk about how to do stuff to your guitar yourself and give unsolicited advice. Thank you to everybody who watched last week and wrote in and said nice things. Hope you're all well. Look after yourselves. I'm going to stay in my lane, though, this week and talk about some guitar stuff. Had band practice last night, so I'm super tired. But not as tired as I am of your crappy soldering. So I'm going to spend 3 minutes today with my hot tip. Actually, this isn't on, so it's cool tip. How to solder better. And number one, I see a lot of things with relation to wiring jobs. A lot of things. And people mean well. You know, they're just trying to do it themselves, and I applaud that. Or they're getting their mate to do it. Sure, yeah. And your mate has messed up the wiring, and I can guarantee, I can see it. I can see that you are using a crap soldering iron. Or it's set wrong. So, number one, if you're watching this, you're probably a musician, or you're trying to be, or something. And that's a lifelong sort of commitment, okay? So you're going to have a lifetime worth of stuff that you can fix or need to fix. So go out and spend a couple of $100 and get a decent soldering iron. And by decent, I mean, go for a decent brand. I use Heiko or Heiko, whatever. Go get a decent brand, get one where you can change the tips out, and you can adjust the temperature. Okay, that's really important, because for guitar stuff, right? Guitar parts, by and large, are really big, right? They're big and they're stupid, and they have a lot of metal in them. So if you've got just like a normal plug-in-the-wall sort of soldering iron, or it's set too cool, you'll put your tip on the part. I use a chisel tip, by the way. It spreads the heat better. Put it on the part. You'll be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting until it's hot enough to accept the solder, right? Assuming it does at all. By that time, you've probably melted stuff. And I see it all the time because you have melted stuff. Okay? My tip for this week is, if you've got a soldering iron and it's got an adjustable temperature, what I do is I crank up the temperature way higher than it should be for electronic stuff. Don't do that. Not for PCBs. For guitar stuff, crank it up, because if your tip's really hot and you've got to go to the back of a pot or whatever, you can just do that. 1 second later, feed your solder in, get it off, and then it's done, and it's clean and it's faster. You won't burn off all your flux waiting for it to get hot. You won't burn off all the insulation. That's it. That's my tip. Try it. It's great. Also, don't worry about also. That'll do.